Hey everybody, welcome to another rendition of LO Unfair Advantage eProperty Sites Mastermind Session. I have my one and only Master of Disaster Power Hour, Paul Baxter. How you doing, brother?
I am doing fantastic, Scotty. It's another day in paradise down here, man. I'll tell you what, we have had the single best winter I can ever remember, best in terms of weather. It has averaged 80 degrees this entire winter.
3 days this last week, we actually broke records, like the warmest it's been ever in history of recording temperatures in Michigan. It's been in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, man, we got some exciting stuff for you today. This new Facebook timeline's coming on us really quick next week to the end, where everybody's going to be switched over to it, the new timeline, especially for your Facebook fan page. And I think a lot of people are freaking out about it because it's just one more thing. It's a change, and a lot of people are shying away from it, ignoring it, and there's millions of things going around out there of how to do it and how to engage and how to interact and how to build and how to put these tabs up. So what I'm going to show you today has to do with eProperty sites, but more so, it has to do with just about anything you can think of that you want to put on Facebook. And I cannot stress more that if you're doing something and trying to take them from Facebook to somewhere else, you're going to lose that battle. So you have to keep them on Facebook. Paul, would you agree?
Oh, that is 100%. I mean, I had a conversation literally yesterday with a person doing ads on Facebook, and he was getting, a high number of clicks, but nobody registered. And I said, well, where, show me the ad. Where's it going? We switched up from it. It was navigating them off of Facebook onto another landing page. We embedded that landing page into Facebook, kept them on there. We had less clicks this time, but we had 7 people that actually filled out the information on less clicks of the ad. So it definitely makes a huge difference.
Nice. And I heard Chris Corrales just joined us, I think. All right. So what we're he'll be here with us in a second. So what we're going to be sharing with you today, see these little tabs right here. These things are becoming like the most important thing in my life and most people's lives right now. And if you can walk in, now the mindset behind what I'm going to show you is if you can walk in and show an agent how to add their single property website system to their Facebook timeline page, you will be a hero. I mean, I'm telling you, they will stand up and listen, and they will applaud you and cheer. And Chris Corrales has made it literally a one-click. I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to go here. See this just listed little logo here? So we personally will use this if we're going into a new listing presentation and you want to impress the seller with the #1 largest social media site on the planet. You can put this right there and have their single property website. Remember we talk about results in advance? So what if you walked into a listing presentation, you said, hey, if you decide to go with me, I already have it set up and ready to go. It's not published yet, but if I click the button, it's all ready to go. And you just click this little just listed button, and because I'm an admin or I'm logged into Facebook, I'm going to show you this is what it's going to look like. Your property is going to show up in Facebook with a link that we can send out to all your friends and family and coworkers to get a ton of exposure and people clicking on your home to see what it's like. All right? Very cool. So I'm going to show you how to make that happen. I'm also going to show you how to, as an agent, go into a presentation, log into Facebook, and go, all right, I'm going to click on this little tab right here. And, again, it shows me the code because I'm admin of this page. But I'm going to click Preview, and you can always see what actually is in that page by doing this. And this is the listing presentation that eProperty Sites has done for you. We just happened to add a video to it, which is really cool. But now I'm in Facebook. I still have my timeline over here. I still have the ticker file. I still have the chat going on. I still have all the stuff that people like to be in, which is Facebook 2-3 hours a day, and they feel safe here. So it's just an amazing tool. And then last at the very end, I'm going to show you guys how to, with Paul, how many clicks did it take you? How many minutes did you add eProperty Sites in, 4 minutes?
I added it to 2. I added it to 2 of my fan pages in literally 4 minutes.
Okay.
Literally 4 minutes. I added the Homes for Sale tab, and it shows every one of my properties in 4 minutes. So about 2 minutes. 2 minutes to add it to your page.
Yes, and there's no directions. You just go to the app, click the ad, and like pick the page, and you're done. So
absolutely.
We'll show you that at the end. So what I want to walk through, and this is a little more, it's not, I wouldn't say complicated, because I've seen it happen once, and I go, all right, I just need to do a PowerPoint for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of walk you guys through this. So helping your agents tie eProperty sites in with the new Facebook timeline in a massive way. I call it a big way, but a couple things you're going to need. And you guys will have access to this PowerPoint. It's literally step by step by step. You cannot mess up, okay? Unless you, like, do 3 steps and then walk away for a half hour and then come back and then try and catch, you know, where was I? That's the only way. But so a couple things you need, 7space.com, which is a really cool site that's free. None of the stuff I'm going to be showing you, it costs you any money. Of course, you need a Facebook fan page. Believe it or not, you're going to come across agents that don't have one. You're going to come across agents that don't even have a Facebook login and password. So you can bring them up to speed really, really fast just with that. And then within a couple more minutes, add their single property website system homes for sale tab to their timeline, okay? And then Agent Sun for Advantage, I'm going to, you of course, got to have eProperty sites, Facebook timeline thumbnails, and then in-friend view. So kind of like what I said is we're going to show you how to add these little tabs to your timeline, whether it's your agent's Facebook, your Facebook, whatever it is. We're going to show them how to add it to your business page, okay? So the first thing you want to do, and this is generic. This is not adding eProperty sites. This is having a little fun with one individual listing or listing presentation or whatever video from maybe tip of the week video, and I'll show you an example of that of what we did just yesterday, as a matter of fact. I'll show you how to add a video. So why not do a video and then put the video, embed the video inside your Facebook page, your business page, and send that link out. And the cool part about it is, Paul, I don't know if you knew this or not, you don't have to be logged into Facebook to see the actual link and see the video.
I did know that. I learned that the other day. It was the coolest thing. You can actually link to your tabs as well. I don't know if you knew that, Scotty, but your tabs are their own URL address. Correct. So if you want them to land on your tab as opposed to your wall, you can do that.
Yeah. So some really, so if you're doing a video and you want them to land somewhere and you want them to click and go to your Facebook page that has something like an opt-in page or whatever it is, 100% I would recommend doing that to make it happen on Facebook. So what you're going to do, and I want to walk through this because I want this to make sense to you and kind of go through it, and then we'll get Chris Corrales here to walk us through the one-step process. These guys are just monsters out there in California, man. It must be the air, Chris. I don't know what is it, man. It's the water, the air. You guys are just monsters out there, man. True animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Facebook. You see this? Can you guys see this okay?
Yep, we're seeing you good.
Okay. You're going to punch in static HTML iframe tabs. And what's going to come up is this app, which is it says add static HTML to a page. And I literally did step by step for you. So you could walk into, you can make this your own. Of course, it's a PowerPoint. You can give it to an agent to show them how to do it. You can give it to a whole office. This presentation right here would probably be one of the best ones you could ever do right now at an office. And just so you know, everybody on the call that has Agent Mastermind, this is the class I'm going to be doing on Tuesday for your agents, which they will want to have eProperty sites. So you guys are just the lucky ones, all right? So choose a page you want to add the HTML to, and you can see I took a picture of my different landing pages or business pages that I have set up and that I play around with. Every time I come up with an idea, I just kind of go grab or create a new page for later on, or maybe I'll use it then. And so you choose a page from the drop-down, click on the page, and then this thing comes up. It says Verify Correct Page, and then it says Click Add Static HTML iframe tabs, okay? And what that does is it's going to add that little tab to your Facebook, which is really cool. So now you're going to have this in. What happened, just so you guys know, is Facebook was throwing up weird pictures in there automatically, which is really funny. So it says this one was added just by randomly. Preview Chapter 1. I don't know where the picture came from. I did not add it, but I'm going to show you how to change that picture. And for some reason, I don't know if it still happened, but it didn't happen to me last night, but Facebook has a little glitch where you go to upload a picture, and it actually throws some other picture in there. You go to upload the same picture again, and it throws another picture in there. So I'm going to show you how to get around that by adding 2 tabs to the thing to get this thing to work, all right? So that's where I'm going to next. Facebook glitch. If this happens to you, I want to warn you, it's not a big deal. You just have to add a second tab to your timeline, okay? And again, you're going to have the PowerPoint, you're going to have the recording. That's why I want to go through this, kind of take it step by step. So if hide button is showing, click on it so you can open up, or you can close it down, and you're going to see these pictures. So it's just easier to work and less stuff open in the page. And then you're going to click on New Tab that you just created. All right? You guys with me so far? And if you have any questions, just let me know. And then the next thing you're going to see is this right here. This is going to take you to where the HTML is, or the code is, or where you can enter the code to create this awesome page.
That's that page you were showing a little bit ago when you showed your tabs, that it brought you into the administrator page.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. The admin, yeah, the admin. What you have to do to add a second tab, what I'm doing is, because before you have to add a second tab, and then the picture works correctly for some reason. So if you follow this in order, it'll work, and you might just try to add the one tab and then edit the photo, and it'll be okay. And guys, if you're going, holy crap, you lost me like 10 minutes ago, that's okay, because you're going to be able to literally walk through this, sit there, and print this PowerPoint out, go step by step by step, and just have this, make this happen. So, so you're going to click on FAQs and Help Center, all right? And then the very next thing that comes up, it says, there's a bunch of different choices, but you want to scroll down to where it says, how do I add more than one tab? And then it says, you open it up, it says second tab. So you click on second tab, or third tab, or fourth tab. You can have up to 12 tabs. This is really cool stuff. So we could have 12 different things that people can click on that they can go to, and you can edit those things all the time. It's really cool stuff. All right, so then you, of course, choose the same page. So I'm going to choose Agent Mastermind and click on the page, kind of repetition of what we just showed you the first time. And then add static HTML, which is cool. And then now I have two tabs. So I have one, Preview Chapter 1, and then I have, for some reason, it threw that picture in there. I did not upload it. It just, isn't that weird, Paul? It just happened. Just, there's the picture. So the real estate training done for you tab is up there. So now I'm going to show you how to change the picture, all right? So if the admin panel is showing, click on it to edit, all right? So if there's an admin panel over on the right-hand side, that means that you need to open that up to edit this thing. So click on the admin panel. And once you do this, you're going to go, man, that was easy. And I know you're looking at it going, holy crap, there's a lot of steps. It's really not that hard. And so we'll just keep going here. And then you're going to click on Manage and then Edit Page. All right, so click on Manage and then Edit Page. And then, Paul, is there any lag at all of my screen?
No, not right now. You're
Okay, cool.
You're perfect. We're moving right along with you, my man.
Okay, and then being that we're adding an app to our Facebook timeline, you want to click on Apps, and it'll open up to this right here. And you're going to see that I have now two tabs. I have Static HTML iframe tab 1, and then Static HTML second tab. Edit. So what I want to do is click on Edit Settings. All right, see that right there? And then the next one is going to come up to this, and you're going to click on Custom Tab Image. You're going to click Change. All right, because you want to change the image. You can change it to whatever you want, and I'm going to give you the measurements of what that is, and what those pictures need to be. It's really easy to make that happen. And then here's a couple of the different pictures. So and I have a whole library of different things I'm going to give you at the end of class. That is, you're going to be able to literally just take the picture, use it if you want. Here's 10 steps. Like if you have Webinar Go, 10 steps to sell your home faster in a slow market. Here's the listing presentation. Here's LO1 for Advantage. Here's top 10 questions veterans ask about their VA loans. I want you to open your minds with this, because with these tabs on your business page, you can literally go crazy with it. Credit repair. I mean, it's endless what you can do with this new timeline. I love it more and more every day I talk about this. So just so you know, the thumbnails, the specs for the thumbnails are 111 by 74 pixels.
I've also noticed, though, Scotty, on the thumbnails, you can upload a larger picture and it will shrink it to fit. You don't want to put something with text or something like that'll shrink to fit, because then your words will become unlegible, but it will take a little larger picture and shrink it to fit without cropping the edges. Cool.
So the glossary of different pictures that I'm going to give you at the end, it's all done for you, so you can just go there and use them or add to it if you can download them all, and then just start keeping a glossary of different things so you can start thinking of different ideas you want to use this timeline for. There's many different things. So thumbnails can be moved around. Up to 12 apps can be shown on your page timeline, which is really cool. There's 12 different things we can add to here. So now once the picture's in place, so I had two pictures at this time. I had the listing presentation there, which I think is pretty cool, because I got to tell you, one of my agents that I work with said that she was talking to one of a person that's looking to sell their home, and the realtor said, you know, I have a relationship and I feel committed because this person's helped me and blah blah blah. And she goes, okay. So she sent her an email with the listing presentation and said, hey, you know, just if you know anybody else that's thinking about selling, just go through this listing presentation that I did for you, and just kind of click through it, and you can see kind of some of the stuff that I do that makes me different than anybody else, because I'm, and she ended up getting the listing because just sending the listing presentation. So I would share that story with your agents, okay? So let's add a listing presentation to your Facebook tab, all right? So let's add this so that you can actually go to Facebook, go to your business page, click on it, and walk through with the seller how you're going to help them sell their home in today's market, all right? So you're going to click on the marketing tab of eProperty Sites. You're going to click on Flip Shows, and then you're going to grab the flash link, or either one of the personal marketing book or the listing presentation, whichever one. The main thing is to grab the link. So this link at the very top, when you open it, that's the link to the flip book. You're going to copy the link, okay? And then this is where Seventh Space comes in. So seventhspace.com. This is pretty cool. So you can literally take any website, any page, anything you want to, and throw it inside this Facebook tab, okay? And this will make sense once you start doing this stuff. I was doing this last night going, oh, my God. Every website I go to, I go, I can put that in there. Holy crap, I can put that in there.
That's so funny. I was doing the same thing. Just I tried every single web page I could get my hand on. I was throwing all kinds of stuff in there.
I know. So with Seventh Space, you can literally take anything you want and throw it in there, like within 2 seconds. So when you go to seventhspace.com, you click on Webmaster Tools on the right-hand side, and then you're going to see iFrame Generator, all right? And then the next thing it's going to open up is this. So remember the link I took from the listing presentation? So first, the width of the actual iFrame tab inside Facebook is 810 by however long you want to go. So never go bigger than 810. Anything that's bigger than 810 it's not going to show correctly. So I put in 800, and then I put the link to the listing presentation, and that's the only change that I make. And then I click Generate iFrame right here. And then I copy that code and throw that into my tab on Facebook, all right? And I'm going to walk you through that now. So really, really short, simple steps. If you have a link, you can make it into an iFrame, because it takes iFrame or HTML, so you can put a video in there from YouTube. You can put Vimeo. You can put Vidler. Wherever you want to take stuff from, you can do it. And if it's not an iFrame code or HTML, you can wrap it in an iFrame code through Seventh Space, all right? So now you're going to click on the photo to add that iframe, and this is going to open up. So here's this code that I did that I took from Seventh Space to put in the listing presentation. So you paste the frame, the iframe code, click Preview if you want to preview it, or you click Save Changes, and then it'll be there. You can always come back and delete it as well. And if you're an admin or it's your page, you will only see the code. You will actually have to click. I think the next one I have is this one right here. So when you click on this picture right here, one of these pictures, and then you're an admin of the page, or it's your page personally, you will see this code right here. So you go, okay, it's not working. Well, what you have to do is you have to click Preview, and then you can see what other people will see that aren't admin or it's not their page. Does that make sense? So
I'm telling you yes with my mute on. Yes.
Okay. All right. So when you click, and then I made this really self-explanatory. When you click, we'll always see code when logged in or the admin of the page. So you're going to go there and go, God dang it, Scott told me something about this. Well, here's where the preview button's going to come in. And once you do this a couple times, you'll just know. And it must click Preview to see what actually shows up. All right.
One really important part about that is when you paste your code in there and you preview it, if you go to another page or click anything else other than back and then save, you absolutely have to save it. Or if you click another button, it will just remove the code that you put in there, and it will be a blank page that people will be clicking. Make sure I did it myself a couple of times where I'd preview it, fantastic, looks great, move on to the next project, come back to it, and everything's gone. So make sure you click those save changes. I know it sounds silly, but it's easy enough to forget.
Absolutely. So do the exact. So like if you like, your heads are probably spinning, going, "Holy crap, this is cool." Well, let's do a listing. Let's take an individual listing that we want to impress the seller, or maybe we have a fan page of a neighbor. I mean, guys, this is like so crazy. Think if you have a neighborhood fan page, and you have a home go up for sale. One of the tabs could be that new home. One of the tabs could be Home Buyer University. One of the tabs could be e-property sites, homes for sale, period. One of the tabs could be like neighborhood party, video, whatever. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. You can have 12 of them. So let's add the new listing. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab the link to the listing. We're going to go to iframe. Remember, go to 7th space. We're going to put in that link, which this is the same exact link right here. 202 South Andrews is now for sale. 800 by 1,000. Generate iframe. And then I'm going to put the code in there, and then boom, here it is. And I forgot to put the other picture. Actually, no, I didn't. There it is right there. So if I click on Just Listed, here is what it looks like inside Facebook, where the timeline is, the ticker, and all that stuff. Is that cool?
If you think your seller won't be impressed with that, I'll tell you what, that is some impressive stuff. Not only that, think about this, and you know, I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. Pay attention when you watch television tonight. Every single commercial. There was a commercial for Esurance on television yesterday that all they did was they opened up what looked like their Facebook fan page and started typing in status information for their commercial. It was like an Animoto commercial where they were typing the information as status. That was their entire 30-second commercial in the middle of NCAA 2012 basketball tournament. That cost them a few dollars. If you think Facebook isn't a place, people are not going there to find homes for sale. I've been saying this for a while. They are not going to Facebook to find homes for sale. But I'll be doggoned if they're not triggered to see it, if they won't look at it or take the time to enjoy it, or let that be a place where they found a great home or the home of their dreams. Absolutely, it can happen if you market it the right way. Building these tabs is a step closer to it, because now it's just each thing is growing the way that, or the perception of not only the real estate agent but the property itself.
Correct. Couldn't have said it better myself, man. So, Chris Cross, you there, buddy?
Oh, what's that, Scott?
How you doing, man?
Good, buddy. I gotta tell you, I'm kind of upset with this. Could you made it any easier?
You know, man, I spent a couple hours just, taking the pictures and, going. I mean, does that make you think though? I mean, using the iframe and putting different things inside and keeping people where they're at for 2-3 hours a day. Isn't that cool?
I mean, this is just fantastic, and I hate to say this, you're going to put people out of work. I mean, this is like people with college educations. I mean, they sell themselves to real estate firms. We could do this, we could do that, and I'm like, well, no, our guy in the back does it for us. I mean, so this is awesome. Great job, Scotty.
Cool, thanks, man. So, I just I kind of set the stage for what you're going to kind of put me to shame with, and you're going to make me look like, okay, Scott, why'd you do that? Because Chris made it like happen in one click. So, okay, idiot, step aside, please. Chris Corrales, could you show us what you've done?
Well, absolutely. Well, when you say you, I mean e-property sites. See, I'm the guy that looks good. I just get in the race car and drive it. I don't build anything.
Yeah, you're the Oprah, though, man. You got guys building all this amazing stuff, and then you're like the guy going, hey, check this out. Click that button. Oh, my God.
There's a reason people remember Dale Earnhardt, not his crew chief.
That's correct.
That is true. That is true. Good old number 3. Guys, as you're seeing, obviously Scotty's put in e-property sites. What we want to do is, and this is a lot of fun, we have a new application. Now, when I mean application, some of you are like, well, we have your application. We have the application already done for the change that's coming late next. Is it late next week, Scotty, or do we have an exact time? Okay.
March 30th, yeah.
Friday next week.
Yeah. Friday next week. So we, our programmers have gone ahead, and we have everything together, and so we've added a lot of bells and whistles to actually show up the properties on Facebook. And as you see, all you have to do is type in e-property sites, and you want to click on the application right there, as you see Scotty did. And then it's going to bring you into the screen here. A little lag on my end, but that's okay.
Yeah, a little lag. Actually, it's a little lag on mine too, so it's probably you're seeing both.
Yep. Here's an overview, guys, of what's going to be the new application on here. You're going to have pictures of the listings. You'll have a map, and it's going to be very interactive. And this is how difficult it's going to become to actually get this up and running. So right in the middle where it says add.
Yeah, if you could do, if you go real slow on this part, because this is where
it gets tricky here, you guys. This is really tough. It took me a total of 4 minutes to do this on 2 pages, so it was really hard.
Yeah. So add app to your page.
Go ahead,
Chris,
Scotty. I'll let you take it.
Talk about making it easy, Chris. Could you? I don't understand what that says.
Yeah.
Could you put Facebook page on there or something to make me feel better? Yeah. All right. Oh, that's right. We're in Facebook. Duh. Okay. So you click Add App to your page.
Yep. And then obviously.
Yep. You're going to pick your actual Facebook page that you want to add it to. Now, here's the cool part, guys. If you're working with an agent, tell them to make you admin of the page, and you say, hey, well, could you just real quick make me an admin and show them how to do it? And then you go in there, add the tab. Like, remember the reason? I mean, I always talk about this, and I'm telling you, if you guys write this on your desk, put it on your wall, so every time you pick up the phone or every time you meet with somebody, you're seeing the results in advance. Once you do something for somebody, you're investing in their business, you're taking the time where other people are coming in going, hey, let me show you how to do this, where you walk in and go, let me show you what I've done for you.
Right.
I'm telling you, it is a business changer. It's more trips to the bank changer. It's all that stuff. So I'm going to click on Agent Mastermind, because that's where I want to add it. And I'm going to scroll down and go Add Page tab right there. I'll click that, and I hate to say it, but I'm done. So if I go to Agent Mastermind, you will notice that I now have a little EPS, Homes for Sale tab in my business page. That's pretty cool, dude.
Yep. Yep.
So now then there's a little bit tricky part. You've got to click on the tab, right? And then when you click on it, it's going to go, let me find out, and it's going to go loading, please wait. And then it's going to give you this code. Can you guys see this code right here? Barely.
It's a little bit kind of ghosted out, but that same code, if you notice, Scott, is in the URL address right after the name of your page, / that's the same code right there. Up at the top.
It is. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
/ pages, right Agent Message. Yep, there's the code. That's where I always get it from. It's a little easier to see. I'm not so worried about it being ghosted or real small. I can make sure I get it all copied.
Okay. So what you do is you take that code, you copy it, and you go to eProperty Sites. And I'm gonna use Dave Springsteen. He's one of my local realtors here, because I'll do this for him later. And I'm going to go to, so I logged in as my agent. So I'm logged in as Dave Springsteen. You can see that here, right there. So I'm going to click on Setup tab. And then down here under Facebook is I'm going to enter that code that we copied. So there's the 21002 blah, blah, blah. And then click Save. Let me get this out of here. So I'm going to click Save. Now check this out. When I go back to my Facebook, I want this to save here. My computer's running a little slow. Sorry about that. There we go. And then I go back to Agent Mastermind. And then I could have refreshed it. I just want to go back here. Then if I click on Homes for Sale, it's going to pull that code. It's going to pull his listings into his Facebook business page. Give it just a second here. I apologize. My computer's lagging. But there's his properties. Dude, that's just amazing, Chris. It's that easy.
Yeah, the guys did real well on this app.
Yeah, they did. Not only that, the pictures are changing, and, I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Now, you could go change the photo, right? You could go change it to, like, My Listings or whatever you want the photo to be. You can go change that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the app itself, you can change that. What I think is really cool is if somebody does click this, not only are they seeing my front page image, but now it's kind of scrolling through the different images that I've got uploaded for that property. Yet another reason to make sure that you encourage your real estate agents to take decent that is the number one thing that, and Chris, you tell me if I'm wrong here, you look at these properties, you probably see hit reports and know what's happening on a daily basis. What's the number one thing people are clicking on when they go to the website?
Oh, absolutely. It is photos. Photos sell homes. I mean, NAR says it, we say it, everyone says it, and I don't understand, but the real estate agents don't hear it. So, yeah, we really, really got to enforce that, and we're actually doing a little study here where we're taking REO properties, teardowns for properties, where we're actually trying to get the agents to do 100+ photos, and we're finding the teardown properties, the bad properties, if we add more photos, they're actually selling better, and we're actually making more money because the real estate agents are fielding less calls. And think about it. If I have a property that we're going to bulldoze, we guarantee we're going to bulldoze it. If I don't have to field any calls, they could see everything from the photos. And now I get one phone call, guess what? That guy's probably interested in the property, and so it's going to save a lot of time for the agent.
Well, you know, I got a quick story, too. I had an agent I talked to yesterday, and she says, I sold a $500,000 listing sight unseen. I said, how'd you do that? She goes, I had over 100 photos in the property sites.
Oh.
And she, in the buyer is not even from the States. She's from a different country.
That makes sense because they got a good interpretation of what the home was going to look like.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Eric has a phenomenal question in here, Scotty. Do you mind if I read you a question or two?
Absolutely.
This one coming from Eric. How do you handle, I didn't ask you to do that, or something negative? Is the question, and this is always something that every time I see this question, how do you get, you relate a story, what was it, last week or the week before, about the agent that you created her a Facebook fan page, did all kinds of killer stuff for, and she called you up and said, please take it down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does happen, but how do you handle that, Scotty?
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, and it will happen, and you just go, oh, my God. You just kind of shrug it off. And so what I did is I set up a single property website. I used eLucky Lou, you know, Chris, like you showed us, and I pulled it in, and I set up the property set. I had the text code. I had the virtual tours. I had the flyers. I had the listing presentation. I sent all this stuff to her. And I called her up. I said, hey, I just wanted to share with you. And so I left her a message. She called me back. She goes, who gave you permission to put that home on that website? And I go, well, ma'am, that's what I do. That's what I do. I help agents get more exposure, build their brand, you know, use all the up-to-date tools, systems, and strategies that we have available, or you should have available, or should be using in your real estate business. But I'd be more than happy to take it down if you want me to. She goes, yeah, I think you better take it down. And you guys, you just got to know that some people are going to be taken by it, or they're going to be overwhelmed, or they got an ego the size of Texas where they just go, all right, you know, I want to be the one to learn. You know what I mean? It's just, you just don't know what's going on. She had a Hotmail email address. You know, what can I say? I mean, it's going to happen. But know that I just found this out in the state of Arizona. There's 45,000 real estate agents. Chris, how many do you have in California?
Oh, geez. Every third person has their license.
Every person. So, yeah, just you can't let it affect you. Did it piss me off? It didn't piss me off. It made me feel for that person. It's like, oh my God. It was a $1.6 million listing too, and I'm like, okay, this $1.6 million listing has friends that have $1.6 million listings. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, you need to get out there that you are the one. Now you are the $1.6 million master. So other people call you, and you know, you get one of those a year, and you're like set. Especially this lady this is probably more money than she's made in the last 5 years, selling one of those $1.6 million listings. And I looked at all their other listings, and I'm not cutting her down, but she had 100,000 listings. She had a $79,000 listing. So it's like, how she get it, I have no idea, but just move on. There's like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands more. Good to have good friends, I suppose. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Chris, we've got a question here. Do you have any idea why this is 2100? Is it just a glitch in does he have them listed wrong, you think?
I think those are probably leases.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is those are rentals?
Oh, they're leases. Oh, okay.
Actually, let's click on the photo. Let's take a look at the website.
Check it out.
And you know, and with that individual that doesn't want to work with you, Scott, you know what we say here is some will, some won't, some so what?
Yeah.
And the best part is it's kind of a blessing in disguise. If you can't see the value right out the gate, I don't want to work with you.
You don't want 6 months later to find out that they don't fully understand or appreciate the marketing value and what you've got here. Right. Yeah, these are rentals.
Right.
These are rentals. Yeah, you're right. So it says $250 per night or whatever. So yeah, it's just he's doing a bunch of rental stuff.
Hey Chris, if somebody's people that have had the app before and have been using it on Facebook before, the look is the old school look. Do we need to reinstall the app to get that new look a little bit, or will that automatically happen?
Under the that's one of those things that we're under the impression no.
Okay.
Everything should go, and let me stress, should work with the change.
Hey Chris, who's having an issue? Or I'm sorry, Paul. Who's having an issue?
Jeffrey's. Yeah.
Hey Jeffrey, do you mind if we look at your screen? Is that? Let me see if he's there. Jeff, you there? Is it Jeff Carter?
Yes.
Okay. Jeff, you there, buddy? Hey, I hear you.
Can you hear? You can't hear me, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, my man.
I got you,
What's
man.
going on?
I've been hearing what you've been doing. It ain't good.
Who's telling my secrets?
Hey, you mind if I give you the screen, brother, and kind of so we can see what you're seeing?
No problem. I'll just pre-warn you. I got 1 million tabs open.
No, let's get one more open. Let's see. I'm going to make you the presenter. And, all right, so now if you click the blue button at the very top, it says Show My Screen.
Imagine. Okay, so I'm not even sure why mine doesn't even show all the properties I have, but I will click on it and show you what I see.
Look at that.
Got them all worked out and strategically placed too.
So this is what mine shows, and these properties were the first 3 I had put in there.
Oh, they look the same.
Well, mine, look at the top, and it's not flashing, it's not rotating, and there's one that's not even showing up.
Is that one at the top? Does that have HD photos?
Man, that's been so long. I can't remember. Sorry, Paul.
That I have found on the old app, and I can't imagine that the programming on the new app is much different, other than the ease in which we can add it. But if the photos weren't HD, sometimes they'll show up as that little nail instead of the photo itself. The HD photos I didn't have any issue with, but I did have some times where if it wasn't an HD photo, it didn't appear very well.
Okay. Cool, Jeff. All right, we'll work on that. See if we can get that to work for you.
Okay, because my first thought was, did I need to delete the app and then reinstall the new app? I didn't know.
As far as the property that's not showing, make sure that you've consolidated your properties recently.
And I have not done that because this is the first 3 that I did when I first did the app, so that's probably something I'll need to go in and do.
Yeah, make sure you try that, and that may make the picture come up better as well, too, by consolidating, because what it does is it resends the information to the app.
Cool. Hey, Jeff, man, I appreciate you taking your time, buddy. I'll take the screen back and put you back on mute there, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, so...
And Scott, if I could add to that,
yeah, absolutely.
One thing, guys, keep in mind, make sure when you get those Adobe updates, when you get those Flash updates, guys, make sure you update your computer. And I know a lot of times I've seen it with the LOs in our office, particular, where the Adobe comes up and I see a minimum. I'm like, why didn't you update your system? Well, I don't know what that is. No, you got to do that because we're always updating e-property sites. So, Jeff, maybe for us as a consumer going to your page, everything might work right, and then it potentially could be your computer just is not operating the most recent programs. That's a plausible cause of that. I'm not sure that's the case, but keep that in mind, guys. Always update any software updates that you receive, and that usually eliminates 99% of the problems.
Cool, and I see this one right here. It's not changing, so I'm guessing that it's property-driven, not it's the image that he uploaded, or maybe there's only one photo there or something like that. So that could, you'd have to look at each individual listing to see why.
My guess on that one would be there's one photo on that because it seems to be flashing on all the others. As far as the MLS, when you're doing the MLS number and list hub, it's not going to ever. MLS systems don't allow agents to put in HD size photos. They typically have, each one is a little different, but I think the biggest I've ever seen come from an MLS is 350 pixels. So you're not going to, when you're doing the MLS merge over, you're not going to ever get HD photos from that. They just don't, MLSs don't offer an HD photo option.
Okay. Cool. Any other questions on this, these new Facebook? Guys, this is a fantastic, I mean, great presentation to get in to share with your agents. Listing presentation, single property website, the EPS tab. I mean, it's just crazy, some of the cool stuff here. So, see. Yeah, we'll ask him off the air. Cool, man. We will do that.
And Jeffrey said a good idea to do, and you had brought this up on earlier. IrfanView is a great place to resize your photos. You can take any photo, open it with IrfanView, and resize it to any size you want. Now, be careful making it from way too small to quite a bit bigger because it will make it'll stretch those pixels and make it fuzzy. But yeah, you can if you've got a 500 pixel photo and you make it 850 or 900 or something like that, it's going to still be a nice looking photo, and you still get the data richness of an HD photo.
Yeah, like here's I'm in IrfanView right now, and here's like a coupon that we did this morning for one of the local coffee marketing, and they said we'll give away a free coffee for buy one get one free. So we did a coupon, and then if I want to resize this for some reason to put it somewhere, all I do is click on File, Open, and then upload that photo into IrfanView. And then I would click on Image, and then Resize, Resample, and then I could put in exactly what I want it to be here.
That's what I like about it is I can get exactly what I want. 500
by 350. And sometimes like you can make your own header. So there, I mean, I just changed the size of that just by putting in the right, and then you would save it under those dimensions. So sometimes you got certain spots or certain systems won't allow you that they won't resize it itself. Now your property sites, just so you know, upload huge photos and it'll resize them for you to get the HD effect. But some places got to have like your blogs and stuff like that or websites. They got to have certain size photos, and this is a great way to do it or start with it. You know what I mean? That type of thing. All right.
Very cool stuff. Alan is asking, is this what is this what's on the agenda for Agent Mastermind on Tuesday, Scotty?
Yeah, it's going to be a great class, man.
That will be awesome class for them.
Yeah.
So you guys got a nice little heads up leading into it.
Correct.
And all the tools necessary to make it happen for them when they call you up and say, I got to have what he just showed.
Yeah, and just for everybody on the call, just Chris, you still there, buddy?
I'm here, buddy. Okay,
so what we're gonna, Chris Corrales, just so you know, Paul, is we're gonna start combining some of our webinars together because man, Chris is he lives, eats, and breathes with those guys, so he knows the stuff that's coming. He knows what's working. I talked to Chris Corrales today, Chris Bates, and he said he's between you and Chris Corrales and everybody else, they've really dialed in the 90-day plan. So we're gonna start going over that. And Chris, you got any great stories to tell? I mean, when I was there was a guy that had 109 applications.
Yeah, that's drastically changed since you've been here as well.
You got any success stories from that?
Yeah, well, I'll share two real quick. Obviously, Al Rodriguez in the office here where I'm at, he potentially, and granted, guys, I understand fallout and how things could happen, but he's on pace to do $6 million this month.
Wow.
Okay. And it's not $6 million loans. I mean, he's doing $500,000 loans for the most part. He has a couple 300,000 here and there. I think he has one that's 1.2 or 1.5, but doing pretty good there. The best success story I have, and you guys are recording this call, aren't you?
Yes. Do you want me to stop recording?
No. Well, we should. Well, I'll just tell it.
Hey, Paul, you want to end the recording right here?
Yep.